All right. Hey there, and welcome to the OCD and Anxiety FAQ. And so in this segment of the show, we try to do at least one of these a week where we just talk about a very specific question. And this question for this week is going to be, why should I stop my compulsions? So this is a common question. And obviously this comes in various ways. Most people don't actually say, like, why should I stop my compulsion, as much as they say, why should I stop avoiding this? Why should I not get reassurance about this? This is important, and so really it's kind of this broad question of, hey, reassurance, anything you do to control your fear, anything you do to avoid, anything you do to check, anything you do to, again, like, try to get rid of or even control the feelings you're experiencing. So why should you stop this? Because, generally speaking, the compulsions make you feel better. So the natural question is, why should I stop? And the answer is because compulsions are the component that feed the loop. And again, if you understand this as a loop problem, and this goes back to the episode that I did this week on, contextualizing the objective big problem as opposed to your subjective experience of OCD and anxiety, then you begin to understand that, like, hey, look, the compulsions are the component that keep this problem going. And they're the only component of the loop that's actually in your control. So while I understand that, and again, it's scary. I understand. Like, I totally get this question, because you almost have to think of your compulsion as like your drug. I know a lot of people wrestle with that idea, and people have fought me on this idea, but it's like, if you look at it, it really serves in many ways the same exact purpose, right? Of any kind of substance that makes you feel relief, right? Most people, even in Dr. Gabor Mate's book, I apologize, uh, in the realm of Hungry Ghost, where he talks about addiction. I mean, he blatantly states that, most people who wrestle with some kind of addiction aren't doing it because it feels good as much as it alleviates pain. And usually we're talking about like emotional and psychological pain. And so, because, I've yet to meet someone who has been addicted to some kind of substance, whether it's alcohol or, marijuana, or even harder, or more aggressive substances, that says that, I really plan this for my life and I want this for my life. And it's like, no, of course not. What happens is that if you're using something to mitigate this emotional pain, you just need more and more and more of it. And this is what happens with compulsions. What starts as a quick wash turns into washing for 5 minutes, washing for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 2 hours, 3-hour showers, where people are using full bottles of soap in one shower, full bottles of shampoo. It builds, right? And so, yes, I know the compulsions make you feel better today, but they make you worse tomorrow. And what this is about when you stop your compulsions and you really you make that your primary focus of your journey, you're going to feel worse today. You are not going to sugarcoat it. You will. You're going to feel worse today than if you did the compulsion, but you'll feel better tomorrow, right? And then even better, and then better and better. Just in the same way, when someone's going to detox off of a substance, generally it's not a pleasant experience for the person, and but as the more time they go without the substance, the more their body's able to, can regulate on its own, and they can start to have, again, and operate from just this not being dependent on the substance. And in same way here, though, is like, if you're dependent on compulsions, like, you really just need to be honest with yourself about that. If you're like, hey, I can't do X, Y, and Z unless I do these compulsions, you're dependent on them. Your life is now dictated by it. Now this thing has control over your life. You don't have control. Most people, this is like one of the major things that I think keeps them stuck, is like, they're just unwilling to look at how damaging letting fear control your life is, and how small your life becomes. So why should you stop compulsions? or why should I stop my compulsions? Because that's the only thing you have control over, number one. It's the only aspect of a loop that you really have control over. When you do, it breaks the loop, which is our objective goal in recovery, is to break the loop. That's how you actually define recovery, right? Like if someone's compulsion free, like that's recovery. That's what it is. It's not, and when you understand that, like recovery is a choice. Did I do compulsions today or did I not? And really understanding that is the pathway to your long-term recovery. So hope that was helpful. If you're looking for additional support, there's links down in the notes, of some good places to get started over at Restored Minds. Again, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Matt Cotty, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker and the founder of Restored Minds and the creator of AAA Response. And let's see, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it for today. But we'll continue on with the OCD FAQ each week. So if you have any questions, please just comment them right underneath this, right? And we'll review questions. I might even create a little thing to submit questions through our site for the show, because I think we're getting some pretty good feedback on this particular segment. And so we'll see you guys next week. And then also please check out the episode that we did earlier this week, because I think it will really be helpful with understanding the difference between subjective and objective truth when it comes to OCD and anxiety. So with all that said, hope you guys have a great week. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and a review on iTunes. And with that, much love and have a wonderful weekend. Talk to you guys soon.